regular marijuana use, especially the powerful stuff that's around today, is a risk factor for ending up with a psychotic break or, ending up with a bipolar diagnosis. And the evidence on this is quite strong. So marijuana can be a gateway drug. Clearly, then some of the other drugs can push you into psychosis, like ketamine and some of the other hallucinogenic drugs. But the biggest one really greasing this slide into bipolar or a psychotic episode is clearly regular use of marijuana, particularly the powerful marijuana that's out there. Doesn't mean it happens to everybody. It just means that there is a risk associated with with use of stimulants, use of antidepressants, use of marijuana.
I think people will get mad at me, considering what my show's about, if I don't apply a little pressure here. But I think it's just a framing problem. You're not saying necessarily, now correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you're saying that taking one drug or another turns somebody into someone who is now bipolar. You're saying that there is a degree of drug use, and especially for specific drugs, that tend to cause episodes that lead people into the ER. And from there, it's increasingly likely that because they had that episode, they may be diagnosed with bipolar. Is that right?
Exactly. That's my point.
Right.
What you are seeing is people are having reactions, to drugs that are meant to be mood altering and mind altering. And then when something goes wrong and they end up with like a psychotic state or, a manic state, rather than being treated for drug-induced, whether it be whatever the drug might be, a drug-induced problem, and then being treated for that, we diagnose them with, schizophrenia, we diagnose them with psychosis, schizoaffective disorder, or bipolar disorder. And once you get that diagnosis, of course, now you're treated with other drugs, antipsychotics, antidepressants, mood-stabilizing agents. In other words, you're now seen as bipolar.
Right.
You're now seen as having schizophrenia. And once that happens, that can start to become a self-fulfilling prophecy where you start to lead a life of a mental patient, a life of a bipolar person. So, what I'm saying is that illicit and licit drugs do carry risk factors for stirring psychotic episodes, manic episodes, sleeplessness, that sort of thing. And if you are one of the people who then experiences something like that, psychiatry was set up rather than to treat you for a drug-induced problem, seeing you as having bipolar, having this disorder.